Okay guys, we're gonna work on one more technique from that position. The reason that I really like the first technique and I always go for it first is just because it's super low risk. You can try to put the guy down on the hip, and if it doesn't work, no problem, you're still in the same position. So now, the second technique that we're gonna do is definitely more high risk, but it's also high reward. Okay, so we're gonna be in that same position with a partner knee cutting and with the opposite leg off the mat. I'm gonna always try to pull this arm and do the first technique, but in this case, we're gonna say that he has a really strong base and I'm not able to knock him over. Okay, so now I'm gonna bail on the arm. I'm gonna push him away, and look how I have a really strong control with my knee shield still. I push him away. I'm gonna open up my right elbow, and then I'm gonna fully turn all the way to the other side. My first goal is to frame the back of his knee. And then now look how his knee is here. I'm gonna push his knee inside of my legs. Okay, and as I do that, notice how I transition my right knee to the same position that my hand was. So at first my hand frames. As I push his knee inside, my leg is gonna frame. And notice my foot positioning. It's not like this, it's not barely my knee. My whole knee is hooking here on his leg. Okay, my foot's making a hook here. It's not halfway, it's fully hooking. Okay, now from this position, my next goal is to place my left hook also behind his other leg. Look how both of my feet are hooking. Okay, now I'm gonna kick him forward, and as I kick him forward, I'm gonna transition to the hips. So look how I kick, and I grab one, and now let's just turn slightly. Now, look how my other hand, it's not gonna let go and then grip. It's just gonna slide over my knee. I don't ever wanna just let go and grab. My hand always stays connected, and it's always in front of his leg. Okay, so as you can see, there's a really good connection between my hand and my shin. Look how I just sit up and I move my elbow in front, and I have both of my hands controlling the hips. Now in this situation, he has one of his legs up and one knee down. So I'm gonna slide my hook all the way down to his foot, and I'm gonna kick his foot forward and sit his butt down right in my lap. Then from here, you guys are gonna have to buy the back attacks instructional to figure out how to take the back. Just kidding, you just seatbelt and put the hooks. It's pretty easy. So now the guy's driving into me. I pull and I'm trying to fight the guy and knock him over to the hip. Okay, it's not working, so now I'm gonna go for a more high risk reward move where I'm gonna be able to take the back. Okay, so I'm pushing him away. Look how I turn and I open up the elbow. And that's gonna help me to turn fully. Look, first thing I'm looking for is to frame the back of the knee and control the leg here. Okay, let's just turn a little bit. Turn to your right, yeah, so they can see the position that we end up in. First goal is to frame the leg. Okay, because if I'm not framing the leg, he's gonna turn all the way through and yeah, come back into me. Now look, we just went all the way back to the knee shield, right? So go back a step, yep, just step over. Exactly, look how we land. We land like this. We went like 90% of the way around. Okay, but we stop here and we cut the leg to make sure he can't fully reset the position. Now, look how I'm gonna push this knee inside. And as I do that, I bring my knee to frame behind his hamstring. Here, okay? Now I'm gonna swivel my other leg inside. I'm gonna sit up and grab the hip, first with my left hand, one, and then with my right hand, just by sliding it up, two. Okay, now, it's gonna be a little different because he now has both of his knees on the mat. Before, he had one foot. Okay, if he has both knees on the mat, there's a few things you can do. I usually try to pull him back first. I pull, and then the guy's usually running away from me, so then I can pull myself up and end up in a good attacking position. Okay, and if the guy's not running forward, if he's just sitting back, then I can just go and kick and take the back as well, right? And then just one more time, we ended up where he had one foot up. So then instead of just kicking, I'm just gonna lower my foot, and look how I put my knee close to his knee, and now I just extend and I pull his hips down, and then now I can seatbelt and start looking for the hooks as well. I try the first technique, it doesn't work. I let go of the arm, open the elbow, turn, frame, push the knee inside, and frame with my right leg, swivel, sit up, grab the hips, kick the foot, sit him down, seatbelt, and place the hooks.